In this episode of Sorana Mature Worlds, we look at safety online and how what teens post can affect them later in life. First up is 12-year-old Melody Garrett of Latas St. Patrick.
What do you know about being safe online?
I know that you shouldn't give out your personal information to people. That you shouldn't. That if a stranger tries to talk to you, you should block them or just not respond. And never post too much about where you go or where you are, because people could stalk you or try and kill you or something.
So, Melody, who talked to you about being safe online?
My mother.
What was the conversation like?
She told me that I should be careful about what I post, because anything you post on the internet, it stays there. Even if you delete it, it will always be there because people can screenshot and screen record. And whatever you post, it can come back to you later in life. So you have to be careful.
Do you make any videos and put on TikTok and Instagram or so?
No.
Why not?
Because my mother told me about it and I decided to stop, because what she told me, I realized that it was actually real. For example, I post this video of me doing something and somebody saves it, and then I go for a job later in life and somebody just pull up the video and she was like, oh, look at this and this and this, and they'll be like, oh. So after she told me that, I stopped because it could come back to me later in life.
What would you say to children your age about using the internet?
Well, you can use it, but be careful, because digital footprint is real, and if you want to have a good future, you need to start now by preparing yourself and controlling what you do in real life and on the internet.
Shawna Thomas-Cuffie is a psychotherapist practicing here in Grenada.
How does posting of pornographic videos on social media affect the teens involved, the mental, emotional effects?
All right, so social media has a really great reason why it exists. And social media is meant to keep us connected. It's meant to keep us interacting on healthy vibes, healthy reasons, okay? But I find that social media now is being taken in a negative light because of some of the actions of people and how they use social media. So that in itself shows the mental state of some people who use social media. So if your main reason for using social media is like revenge and saying mean things and, bullying on social media, then that in itself posts a negative way, right? That students can handle. But posting of pornography is a no-no. Posting of pornography is a no-no. Pornography is not great for the children's mind, the teens' growth process. And what pornography does is that it makes you feel as though you're actually part of something that's happening, and then you're not. So pornography can fool you, right? Pornography can make you feel like it's okay to have multiple partners. It's okay to go into different sex positions and so. And then for young people, that in itself corrupts the mind, because then you feel it looks like fun, it sounds like fun, because it's appealing to the mind and to the eyes. But then when it's done in real life, you have STIs, you have a whole bunch of challenges that you have to deal with.
This is Jarvis Dabrio, a member of the National Cybersecurity Incidence Response Team, CSIRT.
Social media, the internet in general, is unforgiving. Delete does not work. What goes up, you can't take it down. I normally say there is no gravity on the internet. So it doesn't matter what the content is. When that is put up, you can't remove it. Yes, you might be able to take it from your page or wherever, but understand somebody else may have downloaded it, they may have shared it. And that content, it has the potential of being around for a lot of years. So you may post it now as a teenager, and 10, 15, 20 years from now, based on what you want to do, where you find yourself, it could come back to haunt you. So it's not just about now and what happens now, but there are long-term implications, negative implications for having that sort of content out there.
Pastor Isiah St. Rose is attached to the Evangelistic Center, member church of the Pentecostal Assembly of the West Indies.
I think it can have a number of effects on those involved as well as those not involved. My concern, to be clear, I've never seen the videos, just putting that there. But my concern is that because we people of habits, because we like to follow patterns, I have a quote-unquote fear that what has happened and what has been circulated, minors will take that as a pattern to follow. That's my fear. That's not a good place to be. Now, I also know that there are some mental impact, there's some emotional impact, and there's some moral impact that is very concerning, both for those who are involved and those who are not involved. Again, I think it goes more than just those who are involved, but also those who are not involved. It wouldn't be in good taste if the pattern that is set or is seeking to be set, others pick it up and follow, whereby emotionally, all young people, minors, our students, teenagers, etc., they don't have any emotional apathy or consideration for others other than themselves. It would be very sad to see a young generation becoming very stone-hearted towards their peers and others, to the point where they have absolutely no problem in going so far to violate people's privacy and posting it on social media, making it become very public. It would also be very sad to see that morally a culture is built among our young people that does not respect authority for God, that does not respect the purity of sex, that does not respect family and the nation by extension. It would also be very sad to see a young generation who think that it is quite okay to get involved in these kinds of activities without any remorse, without any serious consideration of the effect that it would have on people, on the effect that it would have on even themselves. But I am also hopeful that what we have seen, or what is there circulating, that there are some youngsters who would use that as a motivation, or use it as inspiration to provide a different pattern, to provide different narratives of the young minds, to probably establish a new culture, not allowing this negative pattern to be accepted so much that they want to be a part of it. But as I said, using that as a motivation to create a new pattern. That's my hope. Because I am aware that, because again we are creatures of pattern, creatures of habits, and it can be so easy to follow the negative pattern. Yet still, I believe that there are what the Bible calls remnants, a select few. So it is my hope that those youngsters, wherever they are in schools, that they would use this to say, you know what, I am not willing to contribute to this societal ill, but I'm going to use this as a motivation to do something better, to do something more accepted.
Thank you for viewing Sorana Mature Worlds. Until next time, be safe.